All right, hello everybody. So I just want to go on here and do like a brief Canva tutorial so that everybody can kind of learn a couple of the tricks of the trade, learn how to do Canva, etc., etc. I know that if you're first learning any form of technology, it can be frustrating. It can feel like you have no idea what you're doing, etc., etc. So I just wanted to like alleviate the strain a little bit. So I'm gonna go on here. I'm gonna show a few things. Um, and then also one other thing before I even get into this, so I won't forget to mention this. Let's say that there's something on here that I don't mention how to do. If there's tons of like tutorials for how to do different things on YouTube. So if you just go on YouTube and type like how to change a photo in Canva or how to delete something in Canva or whatever, they'll probably have videos on there. But anyway, I'm gonna try to show you as much as I think you would need to know how to do, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so um, first things first, when you come in here, if you wanted to create a design and you wanted to like do something for your project, what you would first need to do is after you create your account, make sure you create it. You can use your stick email. You can use whatever email address you would like. But once that account is created, make sure you're logged into that account, all that good stuff. Then you're gonna go right up to file, right? And then once you go up to file, you're gonna click make a copy. So it's very, very important that you do make a copy. The reason why it's important for you to make a copy is because if I go back and make changes to the templates, the regular page that I put in the announcements, what's going to happen is any change that I make is going to change for every single person who has access to that. So let's say you put in all this hard work and you made all these changes, you made a beautiful looking presentation. Let's say somebody else comes in and say, hey, that's not what I wanted for mine. So then they go and change it. Now your presentation is gone. So like you don't want that. We do not want that. So we go to file, make a copy. So make your copy and you in a much better place. You're in heaven right now. Making a copy. Okay, so after you done made your copy, I just made mine. And you see how once I made it, it brought me to it gave me this exact same screen, but now it's on my account. So now any change I make here is not gonna be reflected in the template. So if I go up here and I write, if I change what's here, I say Tanisha, instead of whatever else is written there, research poster or whatever. And then I go back to the template, see how the template still says research poster. So I haven't touched that. It's not changed. Nothing's somebody else could come in here, they could make a copy, they could do what they want to do with it. But now since this is on my own, it's changed. So I'll go back to mine so that you'll be able to see the changes. All right, so now I'm gonna just like pretend that I'm actually making a presentation and just show you how to do different things. All right, so the first thing first, I'm probably gonna change this back to group project or whatever I want to call it. So let's say I want to call it group project. I'm just kind of winging it here. And let's say, all right, I like red, but I don't know if I like red for this. So if I wanted to change the color of this, well, actually, look, it looks like it's actually not even covering the whole thing. So what I can do to make this bigger is I grab the corner and I just drag it. So I grab the corner, drag it, drag it. All right, so now the entire thing is like filled. All right, but let's say that this color right here, I'm not really feeling that. Red, orange, whatever you want to call it. Let's say I want to change it to another color. So I'll go right up to the little dot that has the color in it, and the dot will be the same color as the thing that you're trying to change. So that's a clue. So let's say that let's try. I'm feeling whatever color this is. So let's try that. And I'm like, that looks kind of bland. I don't know if I like that. So I'm gonna go back to the color, and let's say I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm feeling pink today. So let's go to pink and be like, all right, I like pink. I'm gonna check pink out for a little while. So now this is pink or whatever. And what I could do is like, let's say that I want to change something in here. What I would do is I would just double click and I would start writing in whatever I want to write in. So however I want to do that. Let's say that I wanted to delete something. I would just click on whatever it is, press delete, and boom, it's gone. Let's say I wanted to add something in here. Let's say that that picture, I didn't want that picture, but I want another picture. Let's say that instead of the picture of whatever was here before, let me press the back button. So this was like a scientist doing some things over here. Let's say that I don't like the scientist, but I do want a picture of something else. Let's say that my project is about like whether or not people speed when they see the police coming. So I want to do something about like speeding cars or police cars or something like that. So what I can do is I can click the picture, backspace to get rid of it, or delete, or whatever button is on your laptop or computer or whatever to get rid of it. Then let's say that I think about it. Let's say I think about it and I'm like, actually, I kind of like that picture. What I can do is I could go right up to this button right here that says undo, and I can click undo, and now the picture's back. But let's say I thought about it again and I'm like, nah, F that. I want the other picture. So I can click delete again. Now I'm done with that. So now I'm gonna go over to elements, right? So if I go over to elements, you see how it opens up a new field of opportunities here. And let's say that I wanted a picture of the police car or something like that, because my project is on, whether or not people speed when the police is watching. So I'm gonna scroll down, and what I most likely am gonna want I'm probably gonna be torn between a graphic and an actual photo. So like we could look at both and see like how each one looks. So like let's say that I'm interested in a graphic first. What I would do is go to graphics, click see all, and then I could just type in where it says the search. I could type in police car and then click enter. And boom, now you got a whole bunch of different police cars. That was kind of cute. Let's go with that. So I got that one. It came in. And oh wait, actually, so if you see the little crown icon here, that means it's part of the pro account, which means that it's not gonna allow you to use it unless you have a paid account. So I can't use the cute one. I have to get rid of that one. But I can use this one, or I can use this one. This one has moving parts. Ooh, or actually I kind of like this one. Oh wait, no, that's a pro account as well. So anyone that does not have the little crown, you can use for free, basically. So this one doesn't have the little crown. I'll just pick that. Whatever. So let's say I like this one. I pick it, and I'm like, all right, this is my final answer. And if I want to make this bigger, I just grab the corner and pull it out or pull it in. Make it bigger, smaller. All I did was grab the corner. So you see how you have the image? You click on the image. It comes with 4 corners. Whichever corner you want to start with. You can start with this corner, make it bigger, smaller. You can start with this corner, make it bigger, smaller. You can actually move it up. So if you click on it and move it around, so it'll allow you to move it. And let's say I like it right there. But then let's say I keep staring at it and I'm like, no, actually I don't like that police car. Actually, I just want a real actual looking police car. What I can do is click on it, delete. And then I can say, all right, instead of using a graphic version, I'm going to use an actual version. If I want to use an actual version, I would go to photos and click see all. And then I would type in the same thing. I would type in police car. And then click enter. And then, all right, we got some things going on here. So it depends on how I want this to look. So, I'm kind of torn here. Let's just click this one. Let's just randomly pick that one. And then let's bring it over. It's kind of big, so I want to make it a little smaller. So I grab the corner, drag it down. And then it's still kind of big, so I grab the other corner, bring it down. And then I want to move it because now it's covering up this. So all I do is grab the middle and move it. And boom, now it's kind of not covering anything anymore. So let's say I like how this looks. Then I'm like, oh, the color's kind of throwing me off again. So I go back to the background, and I could click on the color. And let's say I just go with trusty dusty black. Or let's say I just go with white. So now I'm going with white. So now I done changed it. And then what I can do is I can change other things in here as well. So if I wanted to change the wording here, I just type in whatever I want. If I want to change this out, remove that. Let's say I didn't want to remove that. I want to put it back. I could do undo and then bring it right back. Let's say I wanted a different chart. I could go in here and try to find another chart that does the same thing. So there's a bunch that we can do with this. There's a lot that we can do with Canva. So the point of this was just to show you like pretty much how to use it, like how to let's say that there's not a text here. Let's say there's not a text box here, but I want to create a text box where I can actually type stuff in. What I can do with this in a number of different ways. So I can either take this box and I can press this little duplicate button, and what it'll do is it'll actually create a copy of this box. So I can just click that button and you see how now there's 2. I could just take one and bring it right down here. Now I got the box and I could just revise this, write whatever I want in there. Let's say that there's no text box here and there's like nothing here for me to go off of. What I can do is I can go right over to my sidebar and there's actually a button that says text. And once I go in here, I'll see different versions of text styles. So I could click add a heading, right? And I usually just click the biggest one, but you could click any of these and it'll bring you a text box. And this is obviously the biggest one. So you can go in here and type in like whatever you want to type. So let's say I want to type independent variable. And I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. But that's kind of big. So like, let's say that we want a text, but we don't want it that big. So what I could do is I can highlight this, right? And let's say that I want to bring this down. So I could just press the minus button and I could just keep pressing minus, 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 minus. Or let's say that I want to just type in the number that I want. I could type in 30 and then boom. Now it's changed to a size 30 font. Let's say that I want to make it a little bit bigger. I could go 40, or I could use the plus sign and just keep pressing the plus sign until it gets however big I want it to be. Let's say I want to change the color of this text. So what I would do is I would highlight. I would go up to the little A where it says text color. I would click on that. And let's say that I want to make this purple for whatever reason. If I wanted to make it purple, I click on it and now it's purple. This is about to be an ugly presentation, but I'm just doing this just to show y'all how to do all this. So like I'm gonna change it to purple, and let's say, all right, I like the purple, but can we like unbold it? If I want to, I can unbold it, and now it's not bold anymore. If I wanted to, what I could do is I could change the font. So like let's say that I like this, but I don't like the font. I don't like the way that it looks. What I would do is I would go right up here to the fonts. I would click on that, and then you'll see that there's different fonts here. Any font that has the little crown, that's not free. Anyone that does not have the crown is free. So like let's say I want to go Gothic today. I could click on that and boom, now I have the Gothic font for this particular thing. And you could just play with it. So like there's different ways you could play with stuff. Let's say that I want to move this, but I don't want it to cover this box right here, the black box that was once here. What I could do is with this picture, I could have this picture clicked, and I could click position, right? Once I click position, I could click backward and keep clicking backward, and now you see that it's behind it. If I want to bring it back to the front, all I gotta do is press forward, and now it's in front of it. So there's a lot that you could do with this. I'm trying to think of something else that I can show you guys. So I showed you guys how to make text. I showed you how to change colors. I showed you how to change the font. I showed you how to add a text box, add a picture. I'm trying to think of anything else that would need to be shown. I think that might be all you would need to do for this. But again, if like let's say that something wasn't covered in here that you feel like you need to learn how to do or don't know how to do, there's tons of like tutorials on YouTube. You can just do how to do this on Canva on YouTube and just type that in, and there's probably a video showing you how to do it. If there is no video showing how to do whatever it is that you want to learn how to do, just send me an email and I'll probably create another video just for you, or we could get on Zoom or something like that and then go that way. So, but the objective for this is just to show you how to use Canva, make you comfortable with it. When you're first learning it, it might feel like kind of tricky, but like as you get used to it, as you keep using it, it'll just start to make more and more sense. Then before you know it, you'll be flying through this, making a whole presentation in 5 minutes, or well, maybe 10 minutes, and then you'll be done. So I just want to make this really quick, and I hope this was helpful. Hopefully this like clears up any kind of confusion anybody might have felt. I know that this end result here is kind of ugly, but hey, I was just trying to use this for a tutorial. So hopefully this helped, and I'll talk to you guys soon, but feel free to reach out with any questions you may have. Actually, one more thing before we bow out. I just want to show you how to, if you wanted to share this with anybody, if you wanted to share it with somebody else that wants to see it, if you want somebody else to be able to edit it, all that, what you can do is you can go up to share in the right corner, and then after you go to share, you can either add people's email addresses, or if you want, you can go to collaboration link and then click anyone with the link. It's very important to do anyone with the link and then put that they can edit if you want the person to be able to make changes to it. And then what you can do with that is just click copy link. What it does is it gives you, oh wait, so some of this stuff probably has watermarks in it, but if none of the stuff has pro stuff in it, then what it'll do is just give you the link, and then you'll be able to send the link to somebody else, and then they'll be able to edit it on their phone or their computer, however they want to do it, and then you'll be able to do it like that. Let's say that you wanted to actually submit this. So like, hey, I made this presentation, but now I have absolutely no idea how to submit this. there's a couple of different ways you could do this. So if you wanted to submit this, one way you could do it is like just post a link on Blackboard, um, and I'll be able to open it as long as you said anyone with the link can edit or whatever. I'll be able to open it up. But if you don't want to do it that way and you want to actually send it as a physical document, what you can do is go to download once you go to share. So if you go to download and you can put it as a PNG, which is like a picture image. You could do JPG, which is also a picture image. You could do a PDF as well. So I think one of these three options would be best. So either PNG, JPG, or PDF. If you do the PDF, what you're gonna do, this one has like 9 pages and we didn't use all the other pages. So what we can do is deselect all and then just pick the page that we edited. So like, let's say we edited this first one, I would just pick page 1. Let's say that instead of picking this first one, I actually picked one of the other templates. What I would do is I would just scroll down to whichever one I edited and whichever one I'm using for my presentation. Let's say I chose page 6. What I would do is go to page 6, I would click done, and then I would click download. And then once you download it, it's going to download it as a PDF, and then you could just attach that right to Blackboard. Or if you did it as a PNG, you can go to where it says PNG, do the exact same process. Let's say that you chose the one that you chose, click done, and then click download, and it'll download it as a PNG. And then you can attach it and then send it through Blackboard or however you want to do that. So I just want to show you how to do that as well. So like how to actually submit the assignment. So you can either send the link, but just make sure that the link says anybody can edit. Or if you want to just actually send it as a PNG, JPG, or PDF, either one of those is absolutely fine, and I'll be able to open it up as an actual document. So just wanted to show you guys that, and I think that might have been it. But if any questions come up, any questions arise, feel free to email me. Go on YouTube. If you can't find it on YouTube, send me an email, and then we'll work it out. We'll figure it out together. So hopefully this helped once again.